Hey everybody, this is Beast. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Scottyallenday. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell so you don't miss another video. We got a little floppy here up on my truck. Eventually I'll get this all fixed. Okay, so have you ever been stressed out? Have you ever tried to figure out ways to relieve that stress? What did teens and adults do to relieve stress and anxiety in the 80s? Was anxiety a big thing, or was it deemed a different thing? What worked? What was life more stressful without technology? Well, I'm going to answer a lot of that in this video, so follow through with me on this video, and I will tell you dozens of different ways that we did stress relief back in the 80s that I don't see anybody doing right now. Now, let's start off with the technology. Well, we did not have cell phones. We had computers, but, I mean, we were basically in BIOS and command prompts. I mean, it was like B-Run, Montezuma's Revenge, B-Run Mario, put in a floppy disk. We had Atari, we had ColecoVision. Nintendo came out a little bit later on in the 80s. That was it. So, that was pretty much technology. Telephones were cell phones. The only thing that was pretty much wireless at that time, pagers or beepers just started coming out. Cell phones were big monsters. Most of the time it was traveling businessmen that used those. So technology wasn't a big thing. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown with, just trying to relieve stress and anxiety. Anxiety back in the 80s was not really anxiety. We never called it anxiety. We basically call it frustration. But pretty much I'm seeing a lot of it with anxiety and the word frustration mixed together. So it's really not 100% anxiety, it's frustration. You're frustrated because this doesn't work. You're frustrated because this doesn't work. You're frustrated because you don't know what the outcome of your test is going to be. And, well, they reversed it all around, and they changed the wording around and called it anxiety. So, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section. I believe that frustration and anxiety, in my personal opinion, has been clashed into one word, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense. So, if you want to de-stress 80s style, I would tell you the one big thing, if you're an adult or a teenager, that relieves stress and anxiety, and later on it does the same thing. When you haven't touched a single thing. And the first one is waxing your car. Just like, like in Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. Well, that's pretty much it. You put a nice coat of wax on. You take your time. Most of the time when you're waxing a car, it's nice, it's a sunny day, you have the fresh air. And normally it takes you about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, to wax most vehicles. And what happens is you're focusing your mind away from everything else. Now, you don't want to have your cell phone with you. You don't want to have anything else. Maybe a headphone with your music on so you can be able to tune out. That's the second one is music, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then just wax your car. After you've washed it, let it dry. Go over and get yourself some turtle wax or some Mother's California Gold and some rags, and take your time and wax your car. If you miss a spot, it's going to tell you. Trust me. I don't even have to tell you how to wax a car. Watch a YouTube video. When you go out there, the wax is going to teach you how to wax that car. Now, because you've waxed that car and the car looks really, really good with that nice fresh coat of wax, Then say, okay, that's cool. Now, what happened there? You protected the paint on your car because you did the wax. You put a layer on to prevent it from orange peel. 99% of prevention is from the orange peel, and that's from taking care of your car. The second thing is the satisfaction when you go and drive and it's a rainstorm or it's raining outside and you see all these little beads on your hood. The rain can't get in, can't make a sheet. It's all kinds of bubbles on your hood. That's satisfaction. When you see that, you say, wow, I did a good job of waxing my car. Until eventually the wax wears down enough and it's a sheet again. But that's normally telling you it's time to wax your car again. But it's the exercise, it's the outside, it's refocusing your mind, and it's the satisfaction of a job well done. Now the next one is basically cleaning. Clean anything. Clean your garage, clean your shed, clean your toilet, clean your house, clean your kitchen, clean your bedroom. Clean anything. Even do windows. It's the satisfaction of seeing how well it's done when you do it. And it relieves the stress. If you don't do it good the first time, then you go online and you try to figure out how to do it better, and then you go and do it again. It relieves stress. It relieves anxiety. The next one is taking care of outside. Gardening, taking care of your lawn. That's what a lot of people do. I mean, that's what my dad did a lot. My dad waxed and maintained his own cars. We'll get more of that into once I get done with the subject of gardening. So, gardening, I mean, tending to your rose bushes, tending to your flowers, tending to your rock beds, mowing the lawn, edging, making it look really nice. And that's the satisfaction that, well, once nature takes over, what you just did is going to reward you with the beauty of what you've done in the yard. Or you've reaped the rewards from the garden boxes to have all the vegetables that you've gotten, out of the garden. You get to enjoy them during dinner. You get to enjoy them because you're handing them out to friends and family because you got so many that you don't know what to do with. But that's the point. Now, going back to the automotive, my dad's biggest stress relief was automotive maintenance. And I think it was about once a month he would go out there and tinker with the cars. My grandfather was the same way. Both grandfathers were the same way. Once a month, they would go and they'd check the oil, they'd check the filters, they'd check the fluids, they'd check the brake fluids, they'd check the lights, and then about every 2 to 3 months, they'd change the oil. That's something nobody does anymore, change the oil. Save yourself a fortune, changing the oil. Checking the air in the tires, you save yourself in gas. And because they did the maintenance regularly, they were satisfied because, number one, they saved money. Number two, the cars ran beautifully. We never had a problem. We rarely broke down. When we broke down, my dad knew exactly what was in that car, exactly what was under that hood, and he would have it fixed within an hour. We'd be on a long road trip, and then all of a sudden the radiator goes. He said, oh, okay, let the engine cool down. I'm going to go and get the part, and we'll come back and fix it. He was not a mechanic. He never has been. I don't think he's ever blown a transmission in a single car that he owned. And we've had him for... Actually, we had an 85 Ford Bronco that broke 1 million miles. So, that's, that's one of the best things, taking care of your car, taking care of a bicycle. If you ride a bike every single day, take care of your bicycle on the weekends. Give it a nice little grease on the chain, give it a little bit of a clean up, even give it a wax. I have known a lot of people, and personally me, I've waxed my bicycle. It saves it from rusting. It saves the paint, and it makes it look good. Okay, so I'm looking at my list here, so I make sure that I got everything. Another one was sitting outside on a nice day and read a book. Not open up your cell phone, not open up a tablet. A good old-fashioned book. My favorite thing to do when I was so stressed out was I would grab a Mad magazine, open it up, and I would enjoy the laughs. A comic book, a magazine on a subject I want to read. The newspaper back then had everything that you needed, and now a newspaper is about this thick, so it's not even worth it. Puzzles. My mom loved to do puzzles. But I don't think she did it for a stress relief thing. I gotta pick that back up here because I need this. She did puzzles, but I don't think she did it as a stress relief thing, but I know other friends of mine that does puzzles as a stress relief thing. One big thing that my mom did a lot of times was ceramics. Hardly anybody does ceramics anymore. It's mud that's made a sculpture, and you paint it, and you take your time, and you really do a great detail, and then once you fire it in the kiln, it comes out immaculate. Ceramics was a big thing. Painting was a big thing. My aunt did a lot of painting. My mom and my grandmother did a lot of embroidery, knitting, crocheting. It's all stress relief. What I did when I was a teenager, I worked out. I went to the gym, did a lot of biking. That was my stress relief. My stepmother, she likes to go to the pool and swim. That's her stress relief. Something as simple as going and buying craft sticks or popsicle sticks and sit down at a table with some glue and make something. Now, I'm not telling you what you're gonna make. You can make a boat, you can make a house, you can make a deck, you can build a bridge, you can do a car. I've seen thousands of things made out of craft sticks, and it's cheap. If you screw it up, you throw it away, and, well, you've refocused your mind. The main thing is, do not go online. Now, that brings us to music. If you want to do music, that's tough today because most of the time, music is in these things. Me personally, I still have my CD player. My CD player works well. I know how to fix it. When it goes down, I can be able to fix it. It's back up and running again. Put my headphones on, and I'll just tune out. That's it. Listen to music. If that's the case, and you can't do it that way, well, okay, put on your playlist and go and get yourself a boom cube or an external speaker. Turn it up and keep it away from you so that you can be able to actually do it. If it tings or buzzes or a phone call comes in, don't answer it. That's your time. And then getting back more into music is pick a musical instrument. Whatever you've never played before, grab it. It's a beautiful way to be able to relieve stress. So those are all a bunch of things that we did in the 80s. We went river rafting, we went swimming. Didn't necessarily do a lot of running. We did motorboating, we did skiing. And those are the type of things that you need to de-stress, is to stress is not necessarily sitting in a hot tub or sitting in a bathtub with a bath bomb. Stress is not sitting in your lounger in your house and drinking a beer. Stress is about doing something physical with your body or active with your mind to refocus away, and your body will relax. It's the way I've seen it. That's the way I know it. That's what I'm sharing with you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a physician of any kind. I'm just telling you what works for me and what I know that's worked for other people. So, what do you guys do to relieve stress? What do you guys do to relax? What do you guys do to remove anxiety? One of the big things that I did with anxiety was I took a pencil and I twirled it in my fingers. Or if I couldn't use a pencil, I'd take a piece of paper and I'd roll it up into a tube. And, I'd fiddle with it. That relieved anxiety for me. So let me know in the comment section below. Again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And until next time, keep on walking.